Three guys yanked a half-meter shark onto the inflatable raft while it was still confused. One of them stabbed the shark twice in the head with a knife. The once thrashing predator instantly went limp. Look at these dying ocean rulers, their eyes glowing with eerie green light. Cutting open the shark's belly and removing its guts, the three men dug in with gusto. After 27 days adrift at sea, the shark became their only source of sustenance. They knew if this kept up, they'd end up fish food sooner or later. Just as they were losing hope, a roar from the sky caught the trio's attention. A plane zoomed overhead. There's a glimmer of hope now. Lewis dragged his weary body and pulled the flare gun from his bag. He fired a shot into the air, and the other two weren't just standing around either. Lewis weakly called out to the aircraft kilometers away, but his faint meow-like cries proved useless. With fading hope, Lewis fired another flare from their dwindling supply, yet the departing plane remained oblivious to the desperate scene unfolding behind it. The three on the hovercraft went from hope to despair in mere seconds. But fate played a cruel joke. The plane that had just flown away began circling back. The three wanderers, after weeks adrift, screamed at the sky like parched earth finally tasting rain. But it turned out to be an enemy patrol jet scrambling in, not their own rescue crew. Under a hail of bullets, the three guys had to bail into the ocean one after another to save their skins. But it's not just enemy fire they're dodging, and those apex ocean predators just grabbing a quick bite. Thankfully, they still had some fight left. The raw panic of facing death drove them to tap into reserves of strength they never knew existed. The danger isn't over yet. Sharks still lurk beneath the waves. Enemy planes still loomed overhead. The creature dove at them again. "Get down!" Two guys froze in terror while Louis clung to survival instinct. Bullets pierced the water, accidentally hitting a shark. Blood drew its kin swarming in frenzy. Luis seized the rare opening, gripping his only lifeline as he hauled himself onto the rescue raft with every ounce of strength, escaping the shark's reach by a heartbeat. Thankfully, the enemies couldn't shoot straight. The two huddled tightly, narrowly escaping certain death. With the plane now gone, all three finally exhaled in relief. But Louis barely had time to celebrate before noticing the hovercraft sinking. His hand brushed against the hull, definitely leaking air. So they hurriedly grabbed their tools and started repairing it. The hovercraft is now their only hope for survival. While fixing the leak, they have to watch out for sharks, because if you're not careful, you'll become shark food. I don't know how long it took, but one of the teammates didn't end up surviving. Louise held a simple funeral for him. Watching their longtime companions fade away, there was a flash of envy in their eyes. The 45 days passed in a flash. Both survivors were too exhausted to speak a word, but just then, a huge shadow engulfs them. What seemed like salvation was actually a leap from the tiger's mouth into the wolf's den.